Today we're going to look at the greatest Magic the Gathering flavor fails. Let's start it off with Monk of the Open Hand, a white 1/1 creature. However, this is supposed to be the Monk of the Open Hand. I mean, maybe there's something I'm missing here, but the flavor text says, his mind is a tranquil meadow, his fists a raging storm. And not only is this confirmed in the flavor text, but we also see, if you look closely to his chest, that we have a closed fist here. So not exactly a Monk of the Open Hand. So we're looking for flavor fails and also maybe some art fails here. Next up, I've got Walk the Plank, a card I thought was always like a very bizarrely named, or it's a weird card. Walk the Plank is a black sorcery, destroy target non-merfolk creature. The whole idea is if you made a merfolk walk the plank, it's not gonna die. Okay, so what about all the sharks, the octopuses, the krakens? If I make a kraken or an octopus walk the plank, is it gonna die? Is it gonna be fed to the sharks? Are they gonna swim with the fishies? They are the fish, for crying out loud. So why would this thing only destroy like non-merfolk? When Captain Thorn added a new ship to his fleet, he gives his crew a simple choice: follow me or fall in the sea. So it attention to destroy target non-aquatic creature. All the aquatic creatures should survive Walk the Plank. Somehow it's only the merfolk. I don't know, maybe because some merfolk have feet to walk that plank. How'd the Kraken get on the ship and not sink? I know, well, I mean, there's a lot of questions left to be answered. There's a lot of smaller aquatic creatures that might have made their way to that plank. Maybe it's true. Maybe merfolk is the only aquatic thing that can actually walk on that damn thing. And then my last flavor fail that I can think of off the top of my head is Moat. That's right, Moat. A white 2 generic. Creatures without flying can't attack. Okay, what is a moat? A moat it's like a barrier of water to protect your castle. So it's water. Is that going to protect you from the island walkers? We just talked about like everything. We just talked about like all those creatures that wouldn't be destroyed by Walk the Plank. I think that all the same ones apply to Moat. Creatures without flying can't attack. And also anything with island walk. Oh no! There's a pile of water in our way. We've got to go back. Says, I don't know, Emperor Galenus or something. Says them. Probably. Maybe. Sort of. The best thing about this card is that it can destroy creatures with island island home. You're referring to like Walk the Plank. Yeah, it could destroy the creatures with island home, that's for sure. Oh crap, Jim. Filled me Moat with Krakens again. Art fail would definitely be Olivia Voldaren. How so? How so, Kagum? Gotta give me some explanation here. Okay, Olivia Voldaren. What is the art fail here? I'm not familiar with her lore. Oh, is it? Okay, hold on. So Olivia Voldaren deals 1 damage to another target creature. That creature becomes a vampire. In addition to its other types, put a +1/+1 counter on Olivia Voldaren. She flies. Gain control of target vampire for as long as you control Olivia. I mean, she's sort of, I think she's flying, basically. What, do you want her to have wings or something? Look at her legs. Do I have to get up really close here? What do we see here? Oh, hold on. Was it a thing with, okay, the legs are here. I don't get it. She's holding her dress over there. Yeah, it's the way she's holding her skirt. Oh, 3 legs? I think it's the way she's holding the skirt. I don't think this classifies as a flavor fail. Anyway, well, interesting optical illusion nonetheless. It implies a bent knee, but it's not actually a 3rd leg. Oko, all abs when nobody asked for it. What, Oko Thief of Crowns? Oko Thief of Crowns. He steals the crowns and he steals your abs. Her hand is on the knee? Her hand is on her knee. Is it? I don't think so. Okay, we're gonna have to put it to a vote in the comment section. Do you think Olivia Voldaren has 3 legs or what? I don't think so. I think it's just the way she's holding the dress. This is I don't even think this is very debatable. Her hand is clearly there. She needs to hold her dress up as she's flying in the air. That's basically it. All right. What else do we have here? Mimic? What is Mimic? Is Mimic an actual card? Looking up Mimic by Brandon Mundane. There's a lot of different Mimic. There's a lot of Mimics out there. Oh, but there's an actual Mimic. Okay, let's take a look at Mimic. The Mimic. 2 generic for a artifact treasure. Tap, sacrifice Mimic, add 1 mana of any color. Is this like the OG treasure? It's like literally a treasure that costs mana. Okay, pay 2. Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness. 3/3 until end of turn. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, Mimic is a... What? We got an explanation here. Because I prefer explanations with some of these. Mimic is a treasure, but treasure chest isn't. Ah, that's interesting. So there's an actual card called treasure chest. Mimic is a treasure, but treasure chest isn't an actual. There we go. Amazing. Why would treasure chest among all cards should be a treasure at the very least that could be sacrificed for mana. All right, we got Crab Tribe with Hyalop. Okay, I'll look up Hyalop. It's good enough for me. Hyalop. Oh, I think I heard about this. Okay, because the artist didn't understand the mythological creature, the lemur, maybe I'm not pronouncing this, drew a lemur. So we all know the lemurs from what's it called? Madagascar. That's what I was thinking about. Is this the actual lemur? But it's got like a little bit of a wing over here. So I'm not familiar with the lemur either. Hold on. Maybe we can go find out. What was it supposed to look like? A lemur with the U. But this still shows it. Hold on. They probably looked this stupid idiot up. This is not a mythical creature. Isn't this the same damn thing? Like, where are we going wrong here? They Googled it. Okay, hold on. So is this the same as a lemur? Oh, wow. If you look up both. I'm not familiar with it. I would have made the same mistake. And look stupid. So I don't blame the artist at all. Certainly it is a fail, but easy mistake. Anyone could have made that mistake. Not actual lemur, whatever the hell that is. They go. Back in 1995. It is an old card. That's true. Okay, Jacob and King Ginger are trying really hard to get this Taunus Urza's Apprentice. Let's look at this. Okay, Taunus Urza's Apprentice. So what is the deal? What is the story behind this? Flavor text says he can do anything, but the reminder text says he can't target mana abilities. Apparently he can't do everything after all. The red-blue generic 1/3 with haste. So the flavor text says, my master believes anything is achievable. And a red and blue copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy. Mana abilities can't be the target. Is there an older one? So this is the OG. Yeah, that's the OG. You can do everything except Apparently you can. Well, yeah, count copy target activator or triggered abilities you control from an artifact source. Hold on, I don't get it. This is not the same. Are we talking about the same card? Flavor text says he can do anything. It doesn't. But the reminder text says he can't target mana abilities. Oh, mana abilities can't be targeted. Oh, okay. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, the mana abilities can't be targeted. All right, pretty neat card. Have we done the, we haven't done the indestructible aura. What, I don't even know what it is. Okay, we have another one up here. Welcome, Rob. Arcanus the Omnipotent is omnipotent, but can die only draw cards. Hardly. Arcanus the Omnipotent. Yeah, so omnipotent. Dies to, I don't know. Dies to Fury. Blue, 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 3 generic. Tap, draw 3 cards. 3/4 creature. Return Arcanus the Omnipotent to its owner's hand. He has journeyed where none have been before. Now he returns to ensure that none follow. Yeah, but he can still die to Fury. I like that one. Is it literally called the Indestructible Aura? Indestructible Aura. Oh, except it's not indestructible. A white. Instant. Any damage dealt to target creature for the rest of the turn is reduced to 0. Oh, but it's not even an aura. Okay, so it's not an aura, and it's not indestructible. It doesn't even give any damage dealt to target creature for the rest of the turn is reduced. So it doesn't even give indestructible. It fails on so many levels. Yeah, we don't hit either of those. It's a pretty funny one. Larry with Shattered Dreams. Gonna get through all the flavor fails of today. All right, we got a black. Shattered Dreams, sorcery. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. Choose an artifact card from it. That player discards that card. Victims are lucky if they remember ever having had what was lost. What is the Shattered Dreams? She looks quite awake. Not sure where the fail is here. Can anyone spot the fail? Target opponent reveals his or her hand. They choose an artifact card from it. That player discards that card. I need a little help. It's not so clear. Okay, we got 333 here with Scorn Blade Berserker. What? 0 power? You're a berserker. Oh, yeah, that's true. Scorn Blade Berserker. Scorn Blade Berserker. Someone who is very ambitious. One day is going to go crazy. I don't know. They're flailing with pillows. A black 0/1. That is a Berserker. That is correct. You can sack this creature to draw a card. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. Oh, interesting. The artifact bit does make sense as a pun, though. What, on this last one, the Shattered Dreams? I don't get this one. Makes no sense to me. Okay, we got the Mahamoti Dijin. Flavor text says master is... Okay, let's go with the Mahamoti Dijin. Or Jin. Some people, I'm sure, are like, oh my god, why does he keep pronouncing the D? So, okay, the blue, 4 generic. Should we go, do we have to look at, like, the OG one? Like, one from a long time ago? Okay, let's look at an OG one. Just in case the flavor text matters. Alright, we got a flying 5/6 creature. Of royal blood amongst the spirits of the air, the Mahamoti Dijin rides on the wings of the winds. As dangerous in the gambling hall as he is in battle, he is a master of trickery and misdirection. Sounds like he's cheating at the casino. Flavor text says it's master of misdirection and a trickster, and it translates to huge flying beat stick. That's true, actually. Yeah, okay. So it's like, you've got all these abilities, and you seem pretty impressive, but at the end of the day, you're just this gigantic flying bodyguard. 5/6 creature for a master of all this stuff. It's like, all right. With great power comes great responsibility. Remember that, said Uncle Ben to Spider-Man. All right, we're going to look at more flavor fails, but before we do that, we got to thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. The first place I look to get my... I don't know, if I'm collecting flavor fails, I guess this is the place I'm going to look first to buy those weirdo cards. And don't forget that when you buy your cards from FusionGamingOnline.com, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. And we're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online to give yourself that competitive edge. If you need to win your next FNM, you play test the deck that's going to beat it. And you can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_FHD for 10% off your first 2 months. And now back to the flavor fails. Flavor fails, people. What a bunch of weird cards. Okay, Beanpot with Pin to the Earth. Hold on, let's see. Is there any commentary on this one? No. All right, moving on. Okay, Pin to the Earth. Let me guess, it's not Pin to the Earth. It's not even a pin. It's fork, sort of. All right, we got a blue one generic. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets -6, -0. Mortal strength, like Mortal Hope, is so easily crushed. That's the god of the sea. You mean pinned? It's supposed to be pinned down. And it should mean that you don't even attack with the thing. If you're pinned to the earth, you can't go anywhere. I mean, unless you have reach. Yeah, it doesn't even stop flying. Oh, that's true. Oh. So even if you pin down the earth a flying creature, they're still flying. They can block flyers. They can even attack if they have enough attack. So I mean, nothing pins down a flying creature. I love that. What a flavor fail. Yeah, it can still attack. Can still attack, especially if it can still fly over things. Okay, Jacob says the DCI version of Vindicate word text fail. Okay, we gotta look up Vindicate. And we gotta find the DC. I didn't even know there was a DCI. I'm assuming it's the Judge version. I'm gonna guess it's the Judge version. It's the difference between the DCI and the Judge, but it's okay. We're gonna go with this one. Vindicate, of course, is the destroy target permanent card. You have seen entire civilizations rise and fall. You mortals are but dust to me, says Soren Markov. So it is like it's in reference to like tons of people when really it's only destroying one permanent. Is this how I'm interpreting it? Yeah, entire civilizations rise and fall. It sounds like it sounds like it's for all is dust, really. Take this exact quote, put it on all is dust, and we're good. You're all but dust to me. All right, and destroy this one thing. And it also sounds like it should exile. Okay, Brandon Hall with Reach is a fail. You telling me Emrakul and the rest of the Eldrazi Titans can't smack down a spirit token because they don't have Reach? But some of them have flying. Emrakul definitely has flying, right? Emrakul, but I get where you're coming at. So if you look at the original Emrakul, yeah, it's flying protection. Let me move this away. Flying protection from this all other stuff. But I mean, I understand, you know, when you're talking about like Kozilek, for example. So Emrakul can block flyers. If you're talking about Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, clearly in the clouds. Kozilek, basically as monstrous as Cloud, does not have Reach. Tons of stuff floating below it. Can't block anything better than an Elvish Archer for some dumb reason. Oh, the DCI, not just... Well, which one's the DCI? Whoops, one. Okay, let's go back to Vindicate. Apparently I screwed that one up. I'm looking for flavor fails where it doesn't exist. Oh, this one. Okay, thanks over there. Okay, some convictions are so strong that the world must break to accommodate them. I don't get it. Maybe someone out there does. This is not clear. Some convictions are so strong that the world must break to accommodate them. I have to admit, it doesn't really have anything to do with the card very much. Okay, Void Deck says Golgari Grave Troll is a flavor fail. It has stats and text that makes it look like a creature, but everyone cares about the dredge. Well, I mean, they didn't think it was going to be used that way. I mean, I think the whole idea was to dredge it in the late game and put it in your hand, and you can replay it as a big creature. So I don't necessarily think it's a flavor fail. It's just that, like, strategically, no one actually uses this card for playing it as a creature. Rarely. Doesn't happen very often. Okay, what do we... the spirit token can still fly higher. Okay, Sphinx of Clear Skies has clouds in the art. Literally, that's what I'm talking about. Sphinx of the Clear Sky. It's actually not that bad. Oh yeah, okay, we got some clouds in the background. Sphinx of the Clear Skies. Complete flavor fail. Can't see anything. It's cloudy out today. It's foggy. Reduce the power on this creature by a bazillion. Why is Nihilea don't have reach, but Arboreal Grazer do? The Arboreal Grazers do. Nihilea. You know, there's tons of cards. First off, I think reach as a mechanic is pretty stupid. I mean, I understand if you're an archer. So we have Nihilea got it. Okay, I was just talking about if you're an archer, you should have reach. This actually has nothing. It should give all the creatures reach. Instead of other creatures you control have trample. The art has nothing to do with trample. The art has everything to do with reach, and it has birds in the sky and all that other stuff. Yeah, this is a complete flavor fail. Arboreal Grazer has reach. Reach is a weird mechanic, in my opinion. You know, like every spider has reach, but that doesn't mean like they should be able to catch anything that flies above the tree, for example. Oh, thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Okay, Tommy says Mystic Remora was originally supposed to mean to slow down, but the artist looked up the definition and just saw it was a fish, hence the... Mystic Remora. It was a happy... I like that, you know, the fish now is so... Mystic Remora is... somehow now has a connotation to a fish, because all the future art had fish in them as well. Or quite a few of them. Yeah, this blue thing. I didn't know what a Mystic Remora was either. So hold on, so if we look up Remora, are we gonna see fish? Yeah. Again, Googling before Google existed. Did Yahoo exist? I mean, maybe Yahoo existed. They Yahooed it, people. They Yahooed it. I think, yeah, when did Yahoo come into existence? I want to say it's been around since like 1993. So they used Yahoo. That's how they did it, people. Funny stuff. This is what happens when you Yahoo. And back then, Yahoo was... well, the search engine wasn't as powerful. That's why we use Google these days. Actually, I don't know the history between Yahoo and Google, so don't ask me. Ask Jeeves. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're on AOL. Some of us are showing our boomer ages here. I am not afraid to say that. I asked Jeeves for stuff before. Can't say I liked his results, but whatever. It was Netscape back then. Some people are like, what's Netscape? Show your age with one word. I used AOL and Netscape, and we heard that when trying to log on to the internet. Okay, Bread says, King Makar, the Gold Curse has a May clause. Oh my god. King Makar. You turn things to gold. You're not supposed to, it's not, may turn things to gold. Alright, King Makar, the Gold Cursed. Black, 2 generic, 2/3, human, inspired. Whenever King Makar, the Gold Curse becomes untapped, you may exile target creature. I mean, it should be mandatory. If you do, put a colorless artifact token named Gold onto the battlefield. It has sacrificed this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. I guess maybe the may is like, you may, you know, touch that creature. Gold Curse becomes untapped. It really should be. You know what would have been a flavor win? Whenever it is blocked or blocks a creature that creature turns into this, like, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color. There's gotta be some contact here. This inspired thing makes no sense. What, I can just wave my hand and turn something into gold? No, it doesn't work like that. David Sampson, conflict here. Moat or Magus of the Moat should allow island walk. Yeah, that was one of the... We'll bring up Magus of the Moat. All right, Magus, your stupid moat. How is all of a sudden you know, it's like a fish getting to water. How do we get past this thing? Stupid water. If only I could get to that castle if it wasn't for that damn moat. Or crab. Yeah, imagine a crab getting to a moat and be like, all right, well, I guess I'm screwed. Yeah. I better turn back to the sea. That's where I belong. Mr. Shrimp, the fact that 15 squirrels can kill any Eldrazi is a big flavor fail, and the fact that a lot of dinosaurs can kill Nicobolus and Elder Dragon. Really, wizards? Yep, that's how it works. Now, hold on. It's probably going to cost you... Now, we're talking about squirrels. Let's get Emrakul here. I think it's not entirely historically accurate that Emrakul dies to 15 squirrels. Because Emrakul needs to attack, and if she attacks, then you sacked 6 permanents. So it's going to cost you 6 permanents and 15 squirrels. It's a lot of squirrels. Yeah. And no, yeah, and this starts the whole conversation. Like, how is it that, like, a 1/1 small foot soldier or a squirrel can block, like, a Kozilek, for example, without any trample damage? That should be, maybe it should be in the rules, like, if the creature's power is greater than 5 toughness of the creature defending, then there should be some trample over damage, damn it. How about oh, that's a great one! That is so good! Valakut. The Molten Pinnacle. The Molten Pinnacle! But apparently, there can be like 4 of them in your deck. Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, enters the battlefield tapped. And whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, it's the thing that deals 3 damage to a creature or player if you have like a billion mountains in play. Yeah, this should be completely legendary. And also for strategic reasons in competitive play as well. This makes no damn sense and is the bane of my life. So stupid. Yeah, some Molten Pinnacle, exactly. Because yeah, it's just one of the many Molten Pinnacles of Valakut. But really, it's actually worded. It's the Molten Pinnacle. And you can have, like, multiples in play. I can have 4 Valakut the Molten Pinnacles. I'm, like, the 3rd best Valakut the Molten Pinnacle on Zendikar. Okay, Valakut is not legendary because legend rule back then would make any mirror match with these a nightmare. Well, that doesn't change the flavor. It doesn't make it not a flavor fail. Yeah, we talk about the indestructible aura. Man, I feel like just making this entire show about Valakut the Molten Pinnacle and how... Just only because, like, I have lost to this card so many times, and I'm like, this is stupid. There shouldn't be more than, like, 2 of these on the battlefield. It makes no damn sense. It shouldn't be copied. It shouldn't be, like, no more than 1 should be found with Scape Shift. Yeah, this is a flavor fail that affects me in tournaments. Okay, Rowan. Tamanoa has the words the Tamanoa in its flavor text and was a distinct character for whom that is their distinct name in one of the stories. I think that's the worst non-legendary. Tamanoa. Tamanoa. I don't know who this is. We got the Naya colors, a 2/4 spirit. Whenever a non-creature source you control deals damage, you gain that much life. When Freyalize spoke the world spell, the Tamanoa rose to bring a new morning to Terrasire. I feel like I'm trying to read a new language here. It has the word the Tamanoa. Yeah, that's right. The Tamanoa rose. So either so it's like, this is just like 1, right? This is like the creature, which should make it legendary, is what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, that's their distinct name from one of the stories. I think is, yeah, this is a legendary creature that isn't legendary. And no excuse either. No excuse whatsoever. Wizards of the Coast, even with the old legend rule, you made legendary creatures. The Taminoa could have been a legendary creature. Okay, G Brizzy, pay 7, draw, gain 7, power toughness. Oh yeah, Grizzlebrand. A little off-brand with the pattern here. So it's a 7/7, pay 7, draw 7 cards. You know, attack for 7, gain 7, but it cost 8 mana. Really, Wizards? You couldn't have to make it... It's possible that they playtested this. They realized, okay, at 7 mana, this is just broken. People are just going to cast this card. But at 8 mana, it, like, reaches that breaking point that's just a little too difficult to cast. All right, we got the Blessed Spirit. By Mikey J. Blessed Spirits. Well, they couldn't be too blessed. They died. All right, white 2 generic for a 2/2 spirit flying. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Blessed Spirits. Not all heroes die in armor. This is a very sad card. I also don't understand the flavor fail here. Blessed Spirits. I guess they're not blessed. They got killed. It's a weird thing. Okay, you are so blessed. All right, now welcome to the underworld. All right, Mr. Shrimp. What gives Bogart Auntie the ability to bring goblins back from the dead? She is a shaman, not a necromancer, and she only knows what berries to lick and what Kithkin to trick. Hold on, okay, Wart. Let's look up Wart. Wart Bogart. Bogart Auntie. Okay, red, black, 2 generic, 3/3 with fear. She's a shaman. I don't know, honestly, I don't know my lore of shamans. I don't know if shamans can bring back stuff from the dead. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return to a goblin card from your graveyard to your hand. You know, she's not reanimating anything. She's just sort of recycling them. I don't know. To be honest, I don't understand the flavor of taking a dead body, removing it from the graveyard, and like putting it in your library or into your hand. Auntie always knows which berries to lick, which Kitkins to trick, and what to do when either goes wrong. What do you mean? Like if you trick a berry and lick a Kithkin or something like that? Shamans can't communicate with spirits and stuff, right? I don't know. She knows what berries to lick, huh? Sounds expensive. It does return Tarfire. All right, we got King Ginger. Remove soul does, in fact, counter a soulless one. Hold on. Remove soul. And we're going to look up soulless one. Oh, this gives me a new idea. Flavor fail combos. You know, interactions that are flavor fails. All right, so we got the soulless one. Apparently no soul by name, but it's a creature. And we got soul, remove soul, counter target creature spell. So you try to play your soulless one. Countered. By removing the... But it didn't have a soul in the first place. King Ginger, you know all the flavor fails. I mean, I feel like you've been waiting. This is your moment. You've been waiting for this day. Okay, Auntie is fine if you consider the Graveyard Ludo narrative also portrays those you have forgotten aunties are great about knowing the extended family. Okay, shamans are supposed... Where's the shaman? Shamans are supposedly people who can see visions and spirits. You guys know more than me. Okay, the Tassarak, a really, really big creature, but doesn't have trample. The Taras... That is weird. I mean, you can apply this to any creature with gigantic power. So green, 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 6 generic for a 10/10. It has haste and ward 10 as long as it was cast. And whenever it attacks, it fights target creature defending player controls. But it doesn't trample over. Like, what if it tripped and fell? It would just obliterate everything that it falls on top of. We should have that. If the creature is very big and gets blocked by something small, you could call it trip and fell. Destroy everything. Destroy the creature and all surrounding creatures. Oh boy, Baldur, thank you again for the super chat. Mine lair shouldn't be the counters that stay. Red 3 generic for a 1/1 dwarf, a red 1 generic. Tap, put a mine counter on target land. Whenever a land with a mine counter on it becomes tapped, destroy it. When mine layer leaves play, remove all mine counters from all lands. Shouldn't the the counters should stay. It's not like you place a mine and then if you kill the soldier, the mines like disappear or I don't know, become obsolete. Unless they are detonation mines. Maybe maybe you're supposed to, you know, just like in GoldenEye 007, you use your watch to detonate them. But where's your watch, Mine Layer? Where's your watch? When was this printed? 1993? Oh no, 1993. To 2001. I think GoldenEye 007 existed back then. They probably got inspired by that. Yeah, it does in the new Call. And maybe in the old Call of Duty. He collects all the mines before retreating. The mine layer becomes the mine sweeper when it dies. Yeah, that's true. All right. So it's got, I don't know, first-person shooter flavor to it. But realistically, yeah, they should just stay there. Should stay there for forever. Okay, what do we got else? Jar of Eyeballs. What, are we not going to see a Jar of Eyeballs? It's a Jar of Eyeballs. What do you want? Whenever a creature you control dies, put 2 eyeball counters on Jar of Eyeballs. Oh, are you implying like it starts empty? So in the beginning we have no eyeball counters, yet it's the Jar of Eyeballs. It should be like a jar, empty jar, then put 2 eyeball counters on it. Oh yeah, okay. I get it. I get it. I think I get it. Nikachu interprets Flavor Fail Magic the Gathering cards. All right, what else we got here? We've got just trying to see what some people who didn't get a chance yet. Remember, if I didn't get to you can always rename it again. Nameless. Oh yeah, I like this one. Where is this one? Bread. Nameless one is in fact its name. Nameless one. Yeah, it has a name, and it's Nameless one. For some reason, I was confusing this with Endless one. Blue 3 generic for a star creature. Yeah, that's a flavor fail. What if my creature has no eyeballs? Or also, what if it was a Cyclops? All right, let's go back to the jar of eyeballs. What if I think there's like a Cyclops card. Okay, this thing I don't think has any eyeballs. Cyclops. There are some creatures with 1 eyeball. And so how are you going to get 2 eyeballs out of that thing? Then there's some creatures with many eyeballs. Like spiders, for example. You don't have to take 2 eyeballs. You can take 9 out of them or something. Can we get a zoom in of the Nameless one's face? Let's go to Nameless. What, is he going to have a tattoo of their name? I don't know how close we can get. This is the best I can do with what little technology I have. Oh, Nameless one, do not hurt us. Oh yeah, Borborygmos. Borborygmos has 1 eye. Because Borborygmos just recently paired up with Philip. Yeah, the Philip thing too. Oh yeah, they're both Cyclopses, aren't they? All right, what are flavor fails? Flavor fails. Yeah, what if my creature has no eyes? Exactly. Are there any like creatures with no eyes? I think there are some with like a bandage over their face, where their eyes are useless. Okay, they're Mindless Null by Lenny. It is a zombie. Mindless null can't block unless you control a vampire. That doesn't make much. Well, I don't understand that one, but okay. Only a blood chief can create vampires. The rest sire nulls who become mindless beasts in their former bodies. To be honest, I don't get it. They probably have a mind. It just doesn't work very well anymore. Okay, Crocodile Tribe in its entirety is a flavor fail. Is there a Crocodile Tribe? Is there a single... Well, I mean, you got to give me like a card or something. I don't know many Crocodile cards, to be honest. Skeletons have no eyes. Oh, yeah! What's a skeleton? We got to go deep. We have to go deeper on this jar of eyeball tech here. Like, there's a lot of circumstances where there's going to be no eyeballs at all. Okay, you want to fill your jar of eyeballs with this? Go for it. You want my eyes? You can take it from my cold, dead, rotting corpse. Drudge skeleton. Yeah, all the skeletons. If they get eyeballs out of this some way, well, that's why it's a flavor fail. That's why it's a flavor fail. Blood-soaked champion has 2 shields in their art. Oh yeah! Oh my god, you're so good, Brad! I totally forgot about this one. You're so good. Blood-soaked champion, a black 2/1 creature. Now, if you look closely at the art, I don't know if my cursor's gonna... No, my cursor doesn't show up. He's got 2 shields! Alright, maybe we can zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in on a smidge on those shields here, because that's what's most important. There we go. We're zooming in. 2 shields on both hands. However, weirdly enough, despite the shields, cannot block. Those shields ain't made for blocking. The shields are just there to, I don't know, for decoration. They are big, too, so those are a giant liability in combat. But anyway, yeah, Blood-soaked champion can't block. It's not like it's even a zombie that can't block. It's a human warrior. Hilarious stuff. I love it. He can't block because he uses the shield to punch. Well, come on, those things can be used on offense and defense. What do you think those archers do? Those arrows are made for attack and blocking. Erland with gonna make no eyes, eyeless creatures with no... Yeah, and you're gonna fill it with the jar of eyeballs. Some pleb Theros God said, no Jesus, flavor fail. He can't because he is not thought enough. Oh yeah, I guess so. Okay, T-House says, it's funny to me that vehicles can crew into each other. My smuggler's copter crews my Heart of Kirin, which crews my Omen Keel, which crews my Chariot. You know what, that's true. I mean, we could talk about the whole... Okay, so let's take Blood-soaked champion here. Let's start off with another fail. If, like, let's look at Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, it should really say a non-vehicle creature has to crew this card. So you could use Blood-soaked champion to crew the Smuggler's Copter, but a weird thing is if you blow up the Smuggler's Copter, nothing happens to your Blood-soaked champion. It doesn't die. It stays on the battlefield. It's like it's controlling it like a drone of some sort. No, you're supposed to be it. You turn the key to turn the vehicle on. That's how these things work. If this thing gets blown up, I'm assuming you're blowing up with it. But then there's the other weird thing that you can use the Smuggler's Copter to, like, crew the Heart of Kirin. Okay, so now you have a copter in a Heart of Kirin, and it's a big vehicle. I mean, this thing is a big, monstrous flying nonsense. And then what? This thing can crew a Sika's Chariot? What does that even look like? Is there enough room? Or I guess, no, maybe, yeah, you know, it's possible. It's just this, it's a chariot, right? So, no, it's going to be in there, though. It's going to be in the Sika's Chariot. Gigantic, stupid vehicle, Heart of Kirin. Yeah, it's a huge flavor fail. Doesn't make any sense. When the vehicle dies, the creature that crews them should die. I agree. But it would suck strategically. No one would play those cards. It's like, well, I lose. That would be the easiest 2-for-1 possible. I guess it could regenerate target creature. Regenerate target creature. But if you exile the vehicle, then you get exiled as well. It's a 2-for-1. Okay, AK-47. If 100-handed 1 can block 100 creatures with its 100 arms, why can't it block 2 creatures originally as it has 2 arms at least? Oh, we gotta look at this one. 100 handed 1. All right, 100-handed 1, Vigilance. As long as 100-handed 1 is monstrous, it has reach and can block an additional 99 creatures each combat. Right, but it's not monstrous yet, so it at least has 2 hands. Should be like a 2-headed dragon where it can at least block 2 damn creatures. Oh my god, that's a great catch, AK-47. That's a great catch. I love that. So 2 hands can only block 1 creature. Monstrous, now it has 100. It can block 100. The arms are all hiding behind it. Yeah, and where are they anyway? How many arms do we count? I count 10. Or 9-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count 9. Maybe it was the 10th one, but whatever. That's great. That is a flavor fail, though. Also, a 1/1 insect token can crew Smuggler's Copter. Terrifying. Oh, yeah. Flying. The thing has flying now. His arms give spankins. It's a true story. Okay, Crab Tribe. Maybe, loves the aquatic creatures. I'm absolutely baffled that cards named Toad are now frogs, like Noxious Toad. I am... Noxious Toad. I don't know anything about this. You telling me this is not a toad, this is a frog? If Noxious Toad is put into your discard pile, so what is the... Oh yeah, okay, creature is frog. Okay, I gotta show you guys the full card here. So the full card here is... Maybe you can't see it very well. Let me zoom in. So you guys can see, like, Noxious Toad, black 2 generic. It's a frog! But the name isn't Toad. Yeah, that's an anatomy fail. I can't remember. Actually, hold on. Someone said, like, all frogs are toads, or all toads are frogs, but not... It's like one or the other. Like, all toads are frogs, but not all frogs are toads, or it's the other way around. All frogs are toads, but not all toads are frogs. So I don't know which one takes precedent. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know my froggies. I don't know my froggies and my toadies. But for someone who doesn't know any better, yeah, it's a flavor fail. Why does Swords to Plowshares give life and not a land? Oh, bread. Swords to Plowshares. True story. Like, you're supposed to be... Hold on, let's get one that's like when they're an actual farmer. There we go. This is the original one. From swords, from a warrior to a farmer. Should give a... I don't know why life has anything to do with this. That is a flavor fail. Brett asking the real questions here. Okay, Wojtek says, my biggest flavor fail for me, why castles from Eldraine are all lands, but Bolas's Citadel from Ravnica is somehow a 6-man artifact. Bonus point, original castle from Alpha is an enchantment. Original castle from Alpha. That is really weird. Castle from Alpha. Oh, you're right. Actual castle. Why is it? That doesn't make any sense. It should either be a land or an artifact. Somehow castle is an enchantment. I will enchant you with castle. Since when did that ever happen? Here, take this. Take this castle. This is this aura I'm going to give you. Okay, so Bolas's Citadel. That is weird. Maybe it's because it's a citadel. It's not a castle. It's not considered a castle. I don't know. They had to build it. But you build a castle as well. Okay, Chris says Smothering Tithe is a flavor fail. If they don't pay the tax, you get a treasure anyway. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2 life. If the player doesn't, you create a treasure token. Yeah, it's like you don't pay, yet they got something out of you. Weird. Very bizarre. Okay, we got Zwei here. Have we done Caltrops? Ground traps, but it can damage flyers. Caltrops. I'm assuming the original one. Ground traps, but it can damage flyers. Whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deals 1 damage to it. Oh, it's one of these. It's for horses, I guess. It's like it's a spiky ball. Yeah, which should absolutely have no influence on the flying creatures. Flying creatures attack. All right, it's like flying creatures are vulnerable to landmine. Absolute flavor fail. The Eastern Paladin knew how highly his Southern rival valued horses, so he gleefully prepared a suitable welcome. How do they miss that? There must have been some like really good flyers at the time that they had to put in their place. I enchant you with castle and cast a citadel, but all those castles there are lands. Yeah, exactly. Wojtek says, same with Dockside Extortionist. Doesn't really extort anybody. Well, I'm trying to get back to the old one. It doesn't really extort anyone since it'll get the treasure tokens anyway. Yeah, let's get the Dockside Extortion. Dockside Extortionist. Yeah. True story. Oh, you know, Gaming Bob, I'm super dedicated. Dedicated to this show. I'm not gonna, well, you know, I'm not gonna say I sometimes miss some days, but not every day. I try to do my best for all of you. Okay, Pedgeman with Sovereigns of Lost Alara is literally a cloud. Doesn't have Whoa! Sovereign, what is this card? Sovereigns of Lost Alara. I remember this card. That's right. White, blue, 4 generic for a 4/5 spirit. Obviously in the clouds. I mean, hey, if you've reached that point, how did you get there? A giant ladder, and does not have flying. Does have exalted though. Funny enough. Blue heart, orange heart says tap your castles to cast citadel, then you settle to cast castle. Yeah, funny stuff. Broccoli says Hidetsugu's second right doesn't work in Commander. Works as a third right, though? I don't get it. The second right. Is there a first one? Doesn't work in Commander, but works as a third right, though. Oh, well, whatever. I don't quite get it. Okay, we got Turat here. Ludovic, Necro Alchemist. A Necro Alchemist have nothing to do with the graveyard at all. Well, these are real flavor. You people are going to the real flavor fails. Okay, Ludovic. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player may draw a card if a player other than you lost life this turn and has partner. How does one become self... Is this the right one? Yeah, that's right. That player may draw a card if a player other than you lost life this turn. How does one become self-taught genius? Naturally, it requires brains. But hold on, what does that have to do with an Necro Alchemist have nothing to do with the graveyard at all? Does it use the graveyard? I don't think it uses the graveyard. I don't see the flavor fail here. Jacob, Double Master's version of Anger of the Gods. Only one god is angry. Okay, hold on, let's look at Anger of the Gods. We want the Double Masters. Oh, that's true. We only see a singular god in this image here. It looks like Thor. Anger of the God. The Thor God. He doesn't that. That's, oh, the last one. It's not. Okay, that, he's a necro thing, but has nothing to do with the graveyard. All right, I got it. I got it. It's a necro alchemist. Well, he sucks at his job. Just put it. It's a necro alchemist in training. Hasn't figured it out yet. Crab Tribe's like, the older art for Flash. What is even depicting? I have no idea. Back then, the art didn't really matter. Go on, we'll take a look at it. Flash. The OG. There we go. Flash him in play. Flash in that dragon, I guess, out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't see the Flash in it, to be honest. Yawgmoth is a cleric, not a physician. Is physician a creature type, though? Okay, so we have Yawgmoth. The Yawgmoth. Thran physician. Human cleric. This might be the closest they have. I don't think physician is a creature type. I don't think you put your job title as your creature type. We have Dragon Lair Spider creates insects instead of spiders. Really? Dragon Lair Spider. That is very bizarre. All right, so, well, I don't know. Maybe it was mating with a centipede or something. A green, green, red, red, 2 generic, 5/6 spider, reach. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. A little bizarre. What kind of spider is this? Beanpot says that clerics are basically physicians and healers. Yeah. King Ginger says there's a lightning strike in the background of Flash. That must have been what they were going for. I guess. If you look really hard in the background, I guess so. That's the best they could do. That's where it is. That's the Flash. Okay, Bread says God Hunter Octopus can't actually kill most gods. Is it supposed to? God Hunter. Oh, it says, yeah, it's got God Hunter in its name. Okay, God Hunter Octopus. Blue 5 generic for a 5/5 octopus. God Hunter Octopus can't attack unless defending player controls an enchantment or an enchanted permanent. In fact, I don't think this thing can kill any of the gods. None. I mean, they're either indestructible or they're not. Is there like a how many gods are not indestructible? Okay, no, I guess that's true. There's some gods that are not indestructible. They like go into your library second from the top or whatever. It's a pretty crappy God Hunter. Of all the things that we would need to hunt the gods, we choose an octopus. Yeah, otherwise it's a 5/5 for 6 with downside. It's kind of embarrassing. The Kaldheim gods. Of all the things that we... Alright, what do we need to slay the gods? Alright, I got this idea. We're gonna get this big octopus. Oh no! The gods have a moat! Though it's all over. They've got the high ground. Okay, AK with the world tree is not legendary, so there are like dozens of world trees, I guess. Yeah, it's always weird when they say this is the world tree. I think this is a card that they printed. They knew it was a flavor fail in the first place, but the card didn't work very well as a legendary. Enters the battlefield tapped, add a green as long as you control 6 or more lands. Lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. So this would really suck as a legendary card because you would want multiple world trees in play. And then you can double Wooburg, tap, sack the world tree, search your library for any number of god cards, put them onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. So I think that was the I think they knew this was a flavor fail to begin with, but they're like, okay, we gotta print it anyway because it just functions better as a card that isn't legendary. Yeah, it was probably legendary in the first place, and they're like, I want to have more world trees in my deck, but I keep having to sack them because I can only have 1 in play. The entire Nephilim cycle is not legendary. Ink Treader Nephilim. I don't even know what these are. Nephilim. To be honest, I'm not familiar with the Nephilims. What, it's like, are each one of these like super unique? Realm Breaker, which is just the Phyrexianized World Tree, was just printed as a legendary. Well, maybe they learned the lesson. They learned their lesson. Anyway, I don't know the background to this Nephilim thing, so I'll assume that these are all legendary. When it awoke, it spawned nameless thousands to herald its arrival. Ah, it is like unique. It's like the Dune Brood Nephilim, but you can have several of these things. Yeah, there's supposed to be a one-of-a-kind. All right, well, that's it for the Coffee and MTG today. You heard the music. That's just how it is. All right, so, yeah, thanks for joining me, as usual, for a few more days. The times of these shows will be random, but thank you very much for showing up here today, because you guys are supporting with your super chats. People who are members on YouTube and patron on Patreon, I will keep doing this no matter the circumstances, wherever I am in this world. And most importantly, thanks to everybody who shows up for these shows. People like T-House, Pedgeman, Zick, Lenny, King Ginger, Vic. We've got JWJ, David, Broccoli, because you guys make the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.